will be continuing the last video. In previous video, what we learned? We learned Parliament of India. Parliament of India legislature is also known as the Parliament. Parliament consists of how many houses? 2 houses. What are they? Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. How many members are there in the Rajya Sabha? 250 members. Out of this, 238 are represent the states and the union territories elected by the method of indirect election. Then 12 members nominated by the president. President, how he elected means the president among us person having special knowledge or practical experience in the field of literature, science, sports, art and social service. Then we discussed qualification of the Rajya Sabha members. Must be the citizen of India, then should not be less than 30 years of age. Then we discussed terms of houses. Terms, Rajya Sabha members, terms of houses. Rajya Sabha is a permanent house and it cannot be dissolved. The members of the Rajya Sabha are elected for a terms of how many years? 6 years. Then election. How the Rajya Sabha members elected? Members of Rajya Sabha are elected by the elected members of the state legislative assembly in accordance with the system of proportional representations by means of single transferable vote. Then we discussed Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha is the popular house, the Indian Parliament, and contains elected representatives of the people. Here the members are total members of 545 members. 530 members are elected from different states and 13 members from the union territories. And the president generally nominated the 2 members belonging to the Anglo-Indian community. At present, the Lok Sabha consists of how many members? 545 members. What are the qualification of the Lok Sabha members? Must be he or she must be the citizen of India. He should not be less than 25 years of age. He should have his name in electoral rolls in some part of the country. Then terms of the houses. Generally, the Lok Sabha enjoy a terms of 5 years from the date of its first session. Then we discussed election. The members of the Lok Sabha are directly elected by the people. Here the Lok Sabha members are directly elected by the people. Example, MLA, member of state legislative assembly. We are only electing the member of state legislative assembly. Then on the basis of universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise means above 18 years is followed by electing the members of Lok Sabha. All Indian citizens above 18 years of age who are registered as voters will vote for their representatives. And then what is the function of the Lok Sabha? Any bills can be introduced and passed in the Lok Sabha. Then we discussed speaker, then powers and function of the parliament. Today class, now we are going to discuss Attorney General of India. The Constitution, Article 76, has provided for the office of the Attorney General for India. The Attorney General of India is the highest law officer of the country. He is responsible to assist the government in all its legal matters. The President, who is appointing the Attorney General, the President appoints the Attorney General. The person who is appointed should be qualified to be appointed a judge of the Supreme Court. He may be removed by the President at any time. He may also quit his office by submitting his resignation to the President. He wanted to quit his Attorney General post means he has to give the resignation letter to the President. Then what are the duties and functions of the Attorney General? Who appoints the Attorney General? The President shall appoint a person who is qualified to be the appointed judge of the Supreme Court to be the Attorney General for India. Then duties. duties and functions of the Attorney General. It shall be the duty of the Attorney General to give advice to the Government of India upon such legal matters and to perform such other duties of legal characters as may from time to time be referred or assigned to him by the President, and to discharge the functions on him by under this constitution or any other law for the time being in force. In the performance of his duties, the Attorney General shall have right of audience in all the court in the territory of India. So, what was the work or what was the duties of the Attorney General? To give advice to the government of India upon such which matter, legal matter, which are referred to him by the President. Attorney General, and further, he has the right to speak and to take part in the proceeding of the both houses. Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha houses or their joint sitting and any committee of the parliament of which he may be named a member, but without a right to vote. He enjoys all the privileges and immunities that are available to a member of parliament. Next, we are going to see judiciary. What is judiciary? Judiciary means justice. India democracy rests on three organs. These are called the organs of the government. You have already read about the legislatures and the executive. In this video, you will read about the third organs of the government, the judiciary. The judiciary is that organ of the government which administers justice and awards punishment to those who break the laws. In India, the judiciary function independent body of the government, and other two organs of the government, legislatures and executive. Supreme Court. Where is Supreme Court is located in India? The Supreme Court is located at New Delhi. The Supreme Court is the highest court in India. Who will give the final judgment? The Supreme Court will give the final judgment. The Supreme Court is the highest court in India. Due to this, it is also called the apex court. The Supreme Court of India is located in New Delhi. According to the Indian Constitution, the Supreme Court is the guardian of the Constitution. All the court in India function under the direction and control of the Supreme Court of India. If a citizen is not satisfied with the judgment of the lower court, he or she can appeal to the higher court headed by the Chief Justice of India. So, the Supreme Court is the guardian of the Constitution. Our judiciary is autonomous of the legislative and executive wings of the union and state government. An integral judiciary means a single judicial hierarchy for the whole country. So, Supreme Court is an independent body. The judicial plays an important role in defending the rights and freedom of the citizen. It plays an important role in analyzing and interpreting the necessities of laws and the Constitution. Then we are going to discuss composition of the Supreme Court. At the commencement of the Constitution. Commencement means the beginning of the Constitution in the year 1950. Our Supreme Court consists of only 8 judges. So, of 8 judges including Chief Justice. At present, the Supreme Court consists of 34 judges including the Chief Justice. Then appointment of judges. How they are appointing the Supreme Court judge? The Chief Justice of Supreme Court in India is appointed by the President. So, Chief Justice is appointed by the President of India. The other judges are appointed by the President in the consultation with the collegium with the Chief Justice head. So, the Supreme Court judge or chief justice are appointed by the President of India. What are the qualification of the Supreme Court judges? First, foremost qualification is must be the citizen of India. He or she should be the citizen of India. Then he should have worked as a judge of a high court for at least 5 years. Then he should have worked as an advocate of a high court for at least 10 years. He is, in the opinion of the president, a distinguished jurist. Then the constitution also provides for the appointment of judges to the Supreme Court on an temporary basis. The Chief Justice and other judges of the Supreme Court hold the office up to the age of 65 years. The judges of the Supreme Court can resign before their terms by giving their resignation in writing to the President. Supreme Court judges also can give the resignation to the President. The Parliament also has power to remove the judges by invoking the impeachment provision. The Supreme Court has its permanent seat in New Delhi. It may also sit any other place in India which may be decided by the Chief Justice of India with the approval of the President of India. So, what are the qualification of the Supreme Court judges means? What are the qualification of the Supreme Court judges? In order to be appointed as a Supreme Court judge, a person must be a citizen of India and must have been for at least 5 years a judge of a high court or 2 or more such court in succession, or an advocate of a high court, or 2 or more such court in succession for at least 10 years, or he must be in the opinion of the President a distinguished jurist. Then we are going to see what are the powers and functions of the Supreme Court. So, function of the judiciary, it settle dispute. Dispute means problems and punish the guilty through the application of relevant laws. Then it protects the rights of the citizen of India, including their fundamental rights. Then it resolves dispute at different levels, that is between citizen and the government, between 2 or more state government, between the center and the state government. It issues writs. Writs means written record, written evidence. It issues writs or formal written order to the concerned organ of the government or any other government institution that has violated rights of the people, thus ensuring that people enjoy fundamental rights. Then Supreme Court can declare any law passed by the central or the state government as unconstitutional if it is think that the law is not in conformity with the constitution. Now, first we are going to discuss original jurisdictions. What is original jurisdictions? The Constitution of India vests the Supreme Court with original and exclusive jurisdiction in any dispute. First, between the Government of India. Dispute between the Government of India and one or more states are between the Government of India and any states or states on one side and one or more other states on the other. Between 2 or more states, the cases involving disputes means problems over the enforcement of fundamental rights fall with the original jurisdictions of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is authorized, then issues directions, order or writs for the enforcement of these rights. The writs which can be issued by a Supreme Court for its purpose. Already we discussed there are 5 writs in the Constitution: habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, quo warranto, then critio. Then we are going to discuss appellate jurisdiction. What is appellate jurisdiction? The Supreme Court is the final appellate court in the country. Final judgments will be given by the Supreme Court. So, the Supreme Court is the final appellate court in the country as regard the appellate jurisdiction. The Supreme Court hears appeals against the decision of High Court in civil and criminal and constitutional cases is a certificate from the High Court that is to fit to the appeal in Supreme Court. Such a case can be brought before the Supreme Court only if the High Court certificate that the case invites a substantial of law as to the interpretation of the Constitution. For example of judicial jurisdiction or appellate jurisdiction in which a superior court has power or Supreme Court has power to correct the legal error made in a lower court. Then next we are going to see advisory jurisdiction. The Supreme Court has the power to interpret the Constitution. So, the President of India may ask the Supreme Court for advice on various constitutional matters. This is known as advisory jurisdiction of the High Court. So, the Constitution confers on the President the powers to refer to the Supreme Court any question of law or fact which in his opinion is of public importance. Then next one is miscellaneous jurisdiction. Miscellaneous jurisdiction. The Supreme Court is a court of record and enjoy all the powers of such a court, including the power to the punish for contempt of itself. The law declared by Supreme Court is binding, is obeying on all court within the territory of India. The Supreme Court is authorized to make rules for regulation. Generally, the practice and procedures of the Supreme Court with the approval of the President. The Supreme Court has complete control over its own establishment. Then last one is judicial review. What is judicial review? The Supreme Court is the guardian of the Constitution. The power of the judiciary to declare a law as unconstitutional is called as the judicial review. The Supreme Court enjoys these powers. The Supreme Court of India has individually review powers with regard to disputes between the center and state, to interpret and clarify a provision of the Constitution about which there are some doubts and differences of opinion. Then protecting the fundamental rights, those laws passed by the legislatures which are not in accordance with the Constitution. Next class, we will discuss about history third lesson, World War II. When was started the Second World War. Second World War was started in the year 1939. Then end of the Second World War, 1945. Then what are the causes for the Second World War? Causes, cause and effect of the Second World War. Today class, what we learned? Today class, we learned judiciary. Judiciary, the headquarters of the Supreme Court is located in New Delhi. Supreme Court is the third organ of the central government. Then composition of the Supreme Court, appointment of the judges. What are the qualification of the judges? The qualification of the judges. He or she must be the citizen of India. He should have worked as a judge of a high court for at least 5 years. Then he should have worked as an advocate of high court for at least 10 years. Then what are the powers and functions of the Supreme Court? So what are the powers and functions of the Supreme Court? Original jurisdiction, appellate jurisdiction, advisory jurisdiction, miscellaneous jurisdictions, judicial review. What we learned in this lesson, we learned 3 organs. What are they? Executive, legislatures and judiciary. Executives means what? Executives means president, vice president, prime minister, council of minister. Central government, legislatures, parliament, Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha, 238 elected by the state assemblies in Rajya Sabha, 12 members nominated by the president. Then Lok Sabha, 543 elected by the people, 2 nominated by the presidents. Then what are the qualification of president, vice president? We learned in this lesson. I have completed this lesson. Please note down the assignment. What is the qualification of the judges of the Supreme Court? 2 marks. Write a short notes on money bill. 2 marks. List out any 2 special power of the Attorney General of India. 2 marks. Then detail. Explain any 3 jurisdiction of the Supreme Court of India. You know. So what are the jurisdiction? Original jurisdiction, appellate jurisdiction, advisory jurisdiction, miscellaneous jurisdiction, judicial review. You can write any 3 jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. Then last one 5 marks. Critically examine the powers and functions of the Parliament. Thank you, students.